My brain thinks a little bit different than most. So,
Tell us what you want to tell us.
well, I have to get. But before we roll, I keep private here. Um, I left my career. It all started. I left my career down in Miami, running the big seaweed fertilizer company and organic for university in Panama. And I decided I wanted to put a fence in, and I wanted to put a Bougainvillea fence in. But I wanted to do something different that nobody in the world had. A bougainvillea is they bloom 4 times a year, threes, and it's a bougainvillea tree. But I wanted it to be straight, perfect, and bloom at a foot on both sides, and don't have to ever cut it.
So you wanted to put a row of bougainvillea trees up and make that defense?
I had my own, not a chain link fence. I took wire and I wove it between this fence, and it was growing a foot a day.
Okay.
So John Deere Lesco Corporation, the fertilizers company in Bougainvillea, caught wind of it, and they contacted me.
Who's Bougainvillea?
Bougainvillea is a growth regulator, is a fertilizer company that provides pH, fertilizer, like nitrogen, and so on.
Okay.
I dealt with them before. So they brought their attentions to me. They wanted me to do a YouTube video. We're going along with my fence. Now I'm blooming 3 different colors. They're like, are you kidding me?
So now you got your bougainvilleas to bloom 3 different colors?
3 different colors on my fence. The only person in the United States, they looked at it and they couldn't figure it out. They were asking me how I did it. The growth regulator, you can buy growth regulator for bloom purses, but the way I set mine up, it stopped at a foot and it bloomed year round. Didn't drop leaves. And then I would put more nitrogen in the wintertime on my flowers. The leaves would look like 5 times bigger. There was a lot of different pHs going on. So last year, Lesco Corporation, owned by John Deere Fertilizer, asked me if I'll do a YouTube video.
About what?
About my fence and what, and I have to sign a non-circumvent how I did all this.
So did you do it? Did you do the video?
I didn't. I never did the video. They asked me, from a contract point of view, they told me I would have to hire the video company, but they'll pay the $50,000 for me to do the video.
They're going to pay you $50,000, or the production company, or what?
My fence was $500 a foot. They were going to pay me $250,000. I have it in contract. I was big, not small. I had it in writing.
What's your name?
Tom Nelson.
If anybody Googles you, will they see information about your fence?
No, I kept it quiet. I'm going to tell you nothing. I don't even have a website. I have pictures. I never played that way. I don't even have run a goddamn. I didn't blow the horn. People walk by my brother. I had the big historical home with the courtyard downtown, Lang Court. Al Lang's home I bought.
You bought Al Lang's home?
Yes.
That's in St. Petersburg or Miami?
Yes, if you Google it up, yes. Mm-hmm. I owned that home, but I got a divorce and ended up selling it. And it crushed me when I was on the way. But I still have access to the house.
Where's your ex-wife now?
She took her few millions and she bought up New Pasco.
Okay. So what's her name?
Cynthia Nelson.
What would you say to Cynthia right now? If you could
she knows that it took me a long time, but she's kind of crushed because it took me 10 years to get to that stage. And I had the golden opportunity. I didn't know that I had myself.
So take us back to the Bougainvillea fence.
What I did is I went to Home Depot and I bought not chain link, but square fence, and I lined it up around my property. And then that was 20 years ago. Then I went to North Carolina Farms and they sent me down seeds.
Bougainvillea seeds.
Hybrid bougainvillea from North Carolina, hybrid grown. I went ahead and repotted them. And for 8 months, I did my cross genetics in there, and I took a shot at it of doing my chemistry there. And then I planted them in the ground. It took almost a year for them to start growing. Every foot I had to wrap them to the fence. They weren't hanging off like this. When I cut the fence, in the wintertime, it would be this wide. Should have pictures. And then as I was ordering my fertilizer, like cross-check, fungicide, I would talk to the big John Deere companies. They would tell me, well, we're handling the fence in Sarasota similar to yours. 3-4 years come by. They go, your fence is blooming and the leaves should be falling. No, my fence doesn't. My fence blooms year round and it changes 3 colors year round.
That's amazing.
And they're from the same stem, my brother. Yeah.
That's excellent, man. Would you like to put a phone number on here in case someone wants to ask you more questions about this?
No, maybe we can talk about it, but I don't even know my number, but my brother.
Okay.
I
well, thank you very much for the story. Stay tuned, folks.